Hey guys, so today we're going to be talking about foundation and how to make it last longer on your skin without having to do any touch-ups. So if you want to do it. Okay, so step number 1 is always having a clean skin. So wash your face, apply some tonic, and get all the dirty and oil away. Step number 2, apply a micellar water if you have one. If you don't, I don't think this is the most important step, but it helps a lot. So just apply it everywhere, wait for it to dry, and put this away. This will help in hydrating the skin. I think that's the most important thing, hydration. When your skin is hydrated, the makeup looks 10-20 times better. So step number 3, use a moisturizer. If you have an oily skin, if you have a dry skin, you should always search for the one that fits you better. On the places that actually needs moisturizing. And the eyes are very important as well. First of all, like I apply it all over my face, and the rest I just dab it in my eyes a little bit, and that's it. Okay, so now things start to change. If you want to have like a matte skin, I wouldn't do this, but if you want to have like a glowy skin, I would definitely recommend this. This is a Glow Ahead Illuminating Face Oil. Depends on the look you're going for. I usually prefer more glowy looks. I don't really like the matte looks that much. Just apply the illuminating oil all over your face. You can see the difference already, right? It glows. And so if you don't want a glowy skin, just skip this step. And the next step is primer. So I'll use this 4-in-1 correcting primer from POUDRE. Just apply a little bit in my hand and then just dab it all over my face. The smell of this is amazing, 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 amazing. Wait for it to dry again. Try to leave like I don't know, like a 10-15 seconds break between each of the steps, so your skin gets to like absorb everything you're putting into, because if you just put it all at once, you get a hot mess. Now if you have problems like me with pores, like blackheads, a little bit of acne sometimes, or maybe all the time, I would definitely recommend this one from Benefit. I love this one and I've been using it for like years. This helps a lot your skin. So I just put it in the areas that I have more problem in, and then I try to focus it on these areas least, and the rest I just put it in the rest of the face. And you can use like a different primer for the eyes and all of that. I just choose not to put it in there. But you know, it's always an extra step if you want to have a primer for the eyes. There's primers for only the lips. Okay, so the important part about choosing your foundation is depending on what you're gonna do. What are your plans for that day? Is it gonna be hot? Is it gonna be cold? Do you need more hydration? Do you need more coverage? Are you going out in the night? Are you going out in the day? So I have here my 2 favorite ones. This one's from Fenty Beauty. So this one for me is the one that has the most coverage, like of all of my foundations. And I like it very, very much. I usually use it to go out at night if I'm going out for a club, or I don't know, a restaurant, and then to do like a heavier makeup. And I want to actually look like I'm wearing makeup, I go for this. If I'm taking pictures, I go for this. Okay, so this one from Lancôme is also one of my favorite ones, but I use it during the day. It has a lot less coverage than the Fenty Beauty one, but that's what I like about it. You know, it has like a natural, healthy skin look, so it looks like you're healthy, it looks like you have an even skin, but it doesn't look like you're wearing that much makeup, and that's what makes it like a big difference, and that's why I choose to wear it during the day. Okay, so everything depends on the look you're going for. So this one has a high coverage and it's matte finish, and this one has a hydrating kind of sort of look, and it has less coverage, but I can use both, and these two are my favorite ones. So it all depends on the look you're going for. Okay, so right now we're gonna be using this one. Apply it on your hand like this. That's what I do. And the thing that I think changed the most the way I apply foundation is I gave up on brushes. Like, I completely gave up on them. I can try. I'll show you how it looks with the brush on one side and then the beauty blender on the other side. So this one leaves a huge amount of texture behind. Look at the difference it makes. Can you see the places that the brush have been to? And then look at the beauty blender. Like, it's not even comparable. So this is the thing that made the most difference for me. So let's put some more in here just for me to even it out. And just apply it. Okay, so also an important thing is don't try to cover all your imperfections with the foundation, because that's the step that you're gonna need for the concealer, you know? So you see I have this reddish here, I have some on my nose, my forehead, and still, like, I know the foundation won't cover it all. The foundation in this point is to get like an even tone of your skin, but not to get rid of all the imperfections. So don't apply too much foundation. It covers what I need to cover. And okay, of course, if you have acne or problems with your skin, a problematic skin, that might change, but still I wouldn't focus on covering everything with the foundation when you have a step to do that with the concealer, you know? Okay, I got two concealers here. I love these two, and I think the only big difference between them is they both have a high coverage, I would say, but the only difference between them is this one is more like hydrating, I would say. This one has like a matte finish. So I'll use the Tarte one, this one, and I'll just show you how to cover things without having to worry about the foundation. So you see I did put a good amount, I wouldn't say a big amount, but a good amount, and you just dab it with your finger. That's it. You see, this covers the imperfections, and it's still, because when you put the foundation and you put too much foundation, your whole skin will look like it has a lot of makeup. Okay, so if you have a problematic skin with acne or anything that you need to hide when you're putting makeup, I would definitely recommend not putting too much foundation on, because you probably need a lot of concealer to cover those things. And if you put a lot of foundation, your whole skin, your whole face will look like it has a lot of makeup on it, you know? Instead of, like, if you just focus, like I have acne in my forehead, for example, and then I just focus on the concealer in my forehead, it will look, the rest of my skin will kind of even it out on the amount of makeup I have on. Putting way too much foundation can leave your skin looking cakey and with texture even, and you know, you will look like you're wearing like a huge amount of makeup, and I don't think that's what anyone wants. So I would definitely focus on a concealer if you have any problems. Foundation, I think it's supposed to just even the tone of your skin. So now I'm gonna be using this NARS. I'm gonna leave all the list of the products that I've used on the description box below. So if you want to know more, because I know I'm not saying much about the products, just check them down there. And I'll use the beauty blender to blend it all in. So I like buying like a concealer that's one tone below my actual skin tone, because it kind of gives like a highlighted look to your face. Oh, and another tip for concealer is if you have just like little things that you want to hide with the concealer, use the beauty blender. But if you're trying to hide something that's very red that's bothering me very much, I would use my fingers to dab it instead of the beauty blender, because I think it adds even more to the coverage you end up getting. Okay, so the last step of the skin is using a powder. I used to use brushes to do this, but then I just learned that with beauty blenders and even with the cushions that come with it, it deposits more product on your skin, so it ends up having like a better final product, you know? I always focus it on the sides of my mouth, my lips, and the eyes. And the forehead as well, because I always do this and it stays with the marks, you know? Guys, this is it for this video. So please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. I'm really new at this, but I'm trying very hard. So please give it a thumbs up and help me. And if you have any questions, anything at all, like I said, I'm gonna leave the product in the description box below. So this is what has been working very well for me. This is what makes my foundation last long. But I think it's always like a process, you know? You can't expect to do all this and have a perfect skin if you're not taking care of your skin. So always wash your face. Try to apply some moisturizing, some tonic. That makes a huge difference when you need to take care of your skin. So it will make you look good, and the makeup will only get better from that. Thank you so much for watching it, and I'll see you on the next video.